Good morning from College Fjord Day.
Yes.
Now, our scenic cruising today is from 8 a.m. until noon. Mm-hmm. It's already a little past 8 a.m., so we're going to sneak out there. We got to grab some breakfast.
Yes.
But we've never been here before, but I've done some Googling. There's a couple of glaciers at the end. I think they have Harvard Glacier and Yale Glacier.
That's why it's called College Fjord.
Mm-hmm. And there's a little fork up here. And if we learned anything from our Valdez adventures, go left at the fork for the best views. So
sounds right.
That would put us at Harvard Glacier. I don't know what we're going to do here today, but let's go learn about some college. A little smaller scale shop set up this morning. We could hear narration in the elevator. I hear narration out here on the pool deck. Very echoey and hard to hear out here, but it is there. Yogurt and chia bowls have been acquired. Look at those prunes. And there we have the protein and potato portion. Now out to our favorite aft pool deck. Well, this is the view that we are greeted with. Oh man, just all this flat water reflecting the mountains down. I see an otter down there. Glaciers already. Now if you're on the port side, coming through College Fjord, it looks like you can see a whole string. Good gosh, look, how many glaciers in one shot. And then a nice big glacier coming into view up there. So I'm not sure which is which. I downloaded a map, but without knowing positively. Anyway, there is the first glacier that we have seen on the port side. Starboard doesn't get all this excitement, I don't think. Well, there are two more glaciers as we approach. I hear some slight broken up narration echoing back here. I mean, we can give the starboard side some love too. There's nothing wrong with you, starboard side. Now looking at this little map I've downloaded, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this first one should be Wellesley Glacier. This sort of gray, silty one that's a little bit harder to see, that's going to be Vassar Glacier. And then the double that we've been spying up here is it Bryn Mawr? Is that the pronunciation? And Smith Glacier. And directly ahead of us should be Harvard Glacier. I've jumped over to the other side of the ship now because we were kind of turning the nose to the left. So there we can see Harvard Glacier on the left side of this sort of fork, and Yale Glacier over on the right side. I'm curious to see what the captain does as we approach and visit these glaciers, because on our Hubbard day, they only did a 180-degree spin, meaning that only one side of the balconies got to view the glacier, you know, from your own balcony. So I forget which side it was, but basically half the balconies didn't really get to see the glacier. All right, let's do a full official peek over here at the starboard side. A little ice in the water. I haven't seen any more nature really since that one otter that we espied. Man, the reflections and everything, that's just crazy. Back on the port side, we've swung around so that we can see all this ice field. A couple of peeks at the glaciers. Oh, there is Harvard. Get our zoom on just a little bit. I don't know how active these might be in terms of calving or anything like that. We're going to get an education here at college today. Yeah, we're making some progress now. That little dark piece of land, I guess, was the tip of the fork. So we're definitely making our way up here into the Harvard arm, I guess you would call it. We've stationed ourselves out here with our coffee mochas on the biggest aft-facing balcony on the ship. Yup! Who needs a personal cabin balcony when you have got access to a balcony this big? Captain's doing a good job at avoiding all these icebergs. We all know how that went down. The narration has kicked up out here again, quietly. Now, one thing I don't think we get today is pea soup. I mean, we just had pea soup 2 days ago, so I'll be okay. I feel like maybe they'll break it out again for Glacier Bay Day, but we will have to see. You know, I look forward to that pea soup. Getting closer and closer. Just look at it, sort of like curves around and winds up to the left-hand side back there in the background, up into the mountains. It looks like the nose keeps drifting a little to the right, so I'm thinking we're going to do a right-hand turn and the port is going to get the glacier, but we shall see. I'm not sure our air temperature today. There's not really a town that I could see near here to sort of, weather forecast. I think Whittier is the closest town, and it's not really all that close.
Cold.
It's not super cold, but I mean, it's not warm. I've got my jacket on. As you approach the glacier, obviously, it's a giant honk of ice, so it's gonna bring the cold.
It's in like the low 40s right now.
Whoa! It does not feel that cold to me. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Oh, we just heard some white thunder, so definitely some calving activity. I mean, obviously, the ice in the water is a good sign that there is calving activity, which I think is probably at just about every glacier. Well, that's a big chunk.
Whoa!
Okay.
Wow.
Look, you can still see the wave coming up. You get the thunder. Little wave afterwards.
That was cool.
That was awesome.
Literally. That was really big. I think it's the biggest calving we've seen.
I think so. Yeah. All right, let's keep our eyes peeled for more. We're not even rotating yet. I think we've halted our approach, so we are as close as we're going to get. But
Awesome.
You can see all that fresh blue ice under there where it just broke off. Funny. And they do have the bow open this morning, so folks up there can get a view of the whole glacier. But I'm assuming we'll spend a bit of time here, then turn tail, maybe go to Yale. I don't know if this is a 1 glacier or a 2 glacier visit day. A couple of small pieces just fell off of that same area. Gosh, that thunder noise though. That was a loud noise for some little pieces. Looks like we're rotating starboard side to the glacier, so we're going to change sides. So let's get a gander at this side. We heard a crack as we came over here, which means keep your eyes peeled. So today is starboard side's lucky day as we make this turn.
You just never know.
You never know. Well, gosh, apparently they decided we need some tunes of different varieties. Okay, that was exciting. Yeah, maybe if we play loud music at the glacier, it will just fall apart and give us a spectacular show. Not that I wish that would happen. Wow. Yeah, the more we turn from this angle, you can see it a little bit better of how it snakes its way up into the mountains back there. Gets back to some sort of big ice field, I presume. Oh, she cracking some more. Release the Kraken. Now we can see the entire left-hand side from this side of the ship. And the very right-hand side looks like it actually goes onto land. So we've seen some of those glaciers that touch land and calve onto the land. See if we can get it all in one shot. Nope, it's too big to fit in one zoomed-out shot. Oh. So now we've got Harvard directly off the back of the ship. We've seen a couple of other small to medium calving incidents, but I think we caught the big boy on camera earlier. They're taking professional photos of folks as well. Well, the ship has done a full rotation so that port side is also getting a view. We've had some pretty gigantic calving over there, which of course is where everybody is. Wow, we saw it with our eye holes.
Oh, big one there.
Look at it.
There was much rejoicing. It's a spiritual moment. We are still sneaking ever closer to this glacier. So now when we turn tail to get out of here, we are going to be real close. Well, we're just going to pick a spot here on the back rail and let the glacier come to us. So right now we're looking straight out, but I think we're doing our final turn now. So soon, we're going to be booty to the glacier. Get a peek at the ice field as we make our rotation here. There's a little peek back over to the land beachy area. There's a little waterfall over to the right side. You can see some of the calving that's happened over on the land. There's some fresh ice falls. So now we'll just watch for any excitement as we turn and eventually sail away.
Well, looking at it with binoculars is incredible.
up close action.
There's a little bit of ice.
Oh, a little fall there.
Yay.
Yeah, it's right where that, you can see it's been gathering down at the bottom.
Makes so much noise.
Is that you, little ice, making all that big noise?
It's like an ice maker.
Those scare me sometimes. A little fall right there by the water. Oh, they've kicked up the let's get out of here thrusters. Oh my gosh, the thundering and cracking is crazy right now. I think we've seen 4 or 5 pretty substantial instances. Oh, there's another nice one down there. Caught a couple of them on camera. We'll try not to get in the way of other folks. Yep, giving us a show as we head away. Wow. So it seems to be the calving has been happening from the freshest looking areas. There's that one there on the left. As we spin over here, you can kind of see the bluish area there. That one was also very active. We have learned a lot here at Harvard today. Well, I guess we'll wander back in, maybe refresh our beverages. Let's see what happens with the rest of our day here in College Fjord. Let's check out the tea selection. We haven't done that in a while. Seems a little bit less Darjeeling heavy today. A lot of varieties though. Well, we've set up shop here on deck 3. We found some nice little tables, gaming tables I guess they are, but who's to say we might be computer gaming over here, you never know. Just catching up on some work, and then we'll jump back out and do some more nature looking.
I did see some room in the schedule, so if this continues to be so, we'll make a slight little detour from our planned track, and we'll visit Whale and Icy Bay if we can. Another beautiful spot and rich in scenery.
Deck 9, lido deck.
Well, it's about 1:15. We have exited College Fjord and we are entering lunchtime. So we got a lot of work done. We kept looking out the window to see if we went to Yale, but it does not look like we went to Yale, just Harvard. We are here for taco bar excitement today. Look at that creation that Dee has made. Yes, this will do nicely. We got chips, all kinds of toppings, even a little water station at the end there with a bunch of pictures. Now, I did not mean to get 3 tacos, but when I went to grab my flour tortillas, they were all stuck together. So I thought, you know what? Let's go with it. So I got one that's called Drunken Beans, and then I added corn to it. I got chicken fajitas, which I added rice and cheese sauce to. You can see my drips of cheese sauce. And one was just what they call taco meat, which is ground beef. And I added rice to that. So I didn't even get any sour cream or pico or anything, but it'll be great.
Happy mid-afternoon.
Yippee, y'all. We are getting ready to go to the gym because we didn't get a whole lot of steps in today. And
No.
that's a thing we got to do.
Correct.
So I'm not going to take y'all to the gym. Y'all can just relax. We'll see you when we get back from the gym and more cool stuff happens.
Yeah, because that's boring. So have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Good evening. It is fresh and clean time, which means it must be dinner time.
About that time.
We knocked out a whole heck of a lot of work today after some gorgeous nature viewing and very active glacier watching.
And going to the gym, which was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How was your glacier experience? How close did we get to that glacier?
I think that is the closest, besides going on like a little individual excursion that we've ever gotten on a big cruise ship to a glacier, and the most calving we've seen. So it was pretty epic, honestly.
The biggest hunks falling off of there.
Yeah.
So. Now, dinner time, I think we're going to wander to the MDR. They got some nice, we've been bribed in there, I think, by pumpkin pie for dessert. No spoilers, but somebody I know loves pumpkin pie.
Hopefully it's good, because I'm very picky about it.
Yeah, so when you see the menu, guess pumpkin pie. You might be right. That's it. So dinner, and then we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Come on. Oh, we are still seeing land out the window. Yeah, Alaska cruising is awesome. Welcome back to dining room. Oh, we've got to try to dip outside. Did the automatic button not work again? Oh my gosh. Now, fun fact, earlier today, the captain came on and said, hey y'all. Well, he didn't say hey y'all because, you know, he's not a southern man. We've got some extra time in the schedule. We're going to do some scenic cruising tonight at places called Icy Bay, which we just passed through.
And there's ice in the water.
Icy Bay was the one over here. I kind of filmed out the window while we were at dinner. Right now it's Sunny Bay, but it's over there. And it was very icy. There's lake glaciers up there. And we're also going to be passing somewhere called Whale Bay.
Now that name should definitely have whales in the bay, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, so me and my bae are going to sit out here and hopefully watch for whales. This actually is, I know the camera's probably going to focus on my finger, the mouth of Whale Bay right there. Now, the question is, are we going to turn? Are we going to go into Whale Bay, or are we just going to drive right by? Time will tell.
It's so beautiful.
Y'all, we do not even need sleeves or coats. Look at me, I'm half in the sun, half in the shade, or anything out here. This weather is glorious.
I need sleeves.
Sunglasses might have helped, actually. We can look for all kinds of stuff as we cruise along, like bears on the shoreline. I don't think there's any bears on the shoreline, but, you know, wishful thinking. It's not called Bear Bay. It's Whale Bay. Now, I don't see any whales at the mouth of the bay, like, waiting to welcome us or anything. Like, I didn't know, you know how, like, the boats, they have the fire hose cannon things where they shoot it at the ship, or I'm kind of expecting that from, like, whale spouts. Like a welcoming committee.
That was good.
Yep. Captain's not turning. Why isn't he turning? Does he even know how to turn? Oh, we did the same Frozen joke at the same time. Wow.
It's appropriate. There's ice in the mountains.
That's true. All right, I think we're just going to cruise right by Whale Bay. I mean, we're going to keep our eyes peeled for distant spouts, but it is kind of a tight squeeze. I could see why he would not want to go in there. There's like two forks. There's a left and a right fork, and as we've learned, if you see a Y, go left. But yeah, they're kind of tight. Yep, onward we go. Next stop, Seward, tomorrow morning.
Very soon.
Well, I guess we are due for a wander. Let's go see if we can get up to some no good and listen to some tunes. Let us wander into Ocean Bar. There should be some sweet, sweet jazz music starting soon. Oh, wow. Well, we kind of have the place to ourselves, don't we? Alrighty. Maybe we're a little early if it's this empty, but hey, prime seats. That way we can continue to look at mountains, look at nature, and listen to tunes. Fun fact, apparently we are 40 minutes early. There's the bar over on the other side. Anyway, hey y'all, this is what Ocean Bar looks like when no one's in it. And
How you gonna see?
Here's where they keep their D's, in the Ocean Bar. So pretty soon, the tunes will croon. Now there is a show tonight in the main theater. There's a fly-on entertainer that is doing a set called The Man in Black, which of course, Johnny Cash. Not me in the ocean in my old black t-shirt and my black hat or anything like that, but so sounds fun, but I think we're gonna take a little jazz and give up Johnny for tonight. Roof cracked out here, give it a little fresh air. The pool is closed. What? Well, we've come up to Lido for some warm beverage excitement. Oh, you're making tea. What flavor will she select? Place your bets now. I know what you normally do. You normally are a cozy chamomile or a sweet dreams girl. Yep. Okay.
That's probably what I got. Can I get it out?
Oh, it's kind of tight squeeze there. Squeeze them dreams out. I got a nice little evening coffee. Oh, yeah. We have come back to the cabin to find chocolates, a breakfast card, a paper, and some information about Seward. Good night, y'all. We are in the cabin. So
all the beverages you ever need.
Oh, my gosh, we really do, y'all. Could open a beverage store. So, pretty casual evening. We just went and listened to some tunes, but we got to dish on the dinner.
Correct.
So let's dig it out. Any other words before we dig the dinner?
No, I always just enjoy the jazz music. That's a really nice venue, beautiful windows, and because you're in Alaska, it's still light outside, so you get all the views while listening. Like, it's a soundtrack. It's awesome.
That's true. You just sit there, it's so calm, and you just cruise on by with no whales, but that's all right.
That's all right.
All right, dinner time. So you started off, there's a little bit of theming to both of our meals here, but you started off with an arugula and pumpkin salad.
Arugula, pumpkin, and feta cheese with balsamic vinaigrette. Very good. I've had it before. Yeah. What are you going to say about a salad? It's
cooked
good.
Perfectly. I had a salmon and spinach cake, and it was quite delightful. Now, the texture is a little mushier than other, cakes. Not dessert cakes, but, cakes that I've had before. But the salmon flavor was really nice. There was some spinach in there, so truth in advertising, but good flavor overall. Just a little mushy, but I think I expect that with a salmon cake for some reason.
Yeah.
You had shrimps.
Chili prawns with black rice, spinach, and broccoli. I've had it before, and it wasn't spicy. It was a little zesty tonight, but I didn't mind it. It was just some burning lip action there. Wow. But they were cooked beautifully. And the rice always has a nutty type of flavor. It's really tasty, and it's a good sized portion too.
That's that black rice. That's good stuff. Keeping my salmon theme going, I had salmon. It was glazed with, I forgot the word already. That's the one. Miso delicious. No, it was good. It was cooked perfectly, nice and tender like a salmon should be. It had asparaguses underneath it, and it had, I don't know what the thing was on the bottom. It was almost like a little pancake. I probably should have read the words on the menu. Like a little potato pancake. Great overall. Nice soy type notes and good stuff going on in there. Keeping your pumpkin theme going. Pumpkin pie. We spoiled it.
I decided to go to the dining room alone just because they have pumpkin pie. Not alone, but
I was there too.
The reason, because I never see pumpkin pie on any menus other than a holiday menu. And this was delicious, and I'm so happy I went. I love pumpkin pie. It was so good.
I had a cheese plate because whenever I can get it, you know I love messing around with that cheese. There was a brie behind those little stand-up bready guys, so it was 4 pieces of cheese. Nice jams, fruits, and of course that blue.
They do a good job with their cheese plate.
So you were pumpkin girl and I was salmon boy tonight.
Yeah, it was all delicious.
Anyway, y'all, we're going to be in Seward tomorrow. It's an early port day.
Early short port day, yeah.
Yeah, back on board is 2:30, so that always makes me be like, ooh, got to get off and do some stuff. So
Correct.
come back tomorrow when we get off and do some stuff.
In Seward.
Bye.
Bye.